Welcome to the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. This is a podcast all about friendly fire and gibberish, where three brothers compete in a quest to be the supremeliest nonsenser. Here are your hosts, Kevin, Corey, and Casey Walker.
Welcome in to the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. Week 3, we are still here. We're not going to leave you alone. We are here in your ears or in your car or stalking you wherever you go.
That sounds creepy.
Yes, it is creepy. But it's okay because we're here when you want us, and you can listen to us wherever you are on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube at the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. Subscribe, and we would love it. Keep watching, keep listening, wherever you're at. We'd really appreciate it. So, today we've got a full house full of all sorts of fun things, including serendipity. You like that? A full house full of fun things. Can't beat that. Lions, tigers, and snares, oh my. Who we be, and the friendly nonsense I'll be down. Elvis said this. Today, serendipity. Your random questions that need a happy ending. Mr. Corey Walker, up to bat. Which would you rather have, sir? For legs. Toothpicks or pool noodles? Pool
noodles.
Toothpicks or pool noodles?
Thinking through this, both aren't good. I mean, because if we're talking about toothpicks that still have their pointy ends, then that would just be painful to walk on. But if we're talking about pool noodles, you can't really walk with pool noodles. And if you go into a pool, you flip upside down.
I think we need to clarify this. How about toothpicks that won't hurt you and are strong enough to walk on?
Okay.
Yes.
That would be better. I think I'd probably have to say toothpicks for this one. That way you could actually walk around still.
See, the problem is you could never step on anyone. You're going to spear everything. You step on a leaf, it's stuck to you forever. The problem is you can't bend down to grab it. You have to lay on the ground and have somebody else grab it off for you because you've got no knees.
That's true.
All right, what about you, Case?
I think I'll go for the pool noodles because I'm thinking of a toothpick. It almost is detrimental to your walking because you're trying to balance on this tiny little peg, whereas a pool noodle, you're definitely not. It's practically pointless, and it would be actually a little bit of, exactly
Pointless.
It's pointless. I made a pun and I didn't even realize it.
Well done, sir.
But a pool noodle would actually be kind of like a cushion for your body when you're walking around.
Well, the problem is it wouldn't be a cushion for your body, but you wouldn't be walking around and be dragging yourself around.
Well, at least for your torso. It's a cushion for your torso.
Hold me up, poor noodle's legs. I have to crawl around again today.
And then imagine you could go to sleep on your legs.
There you go.
That's what I've
What a
always wanted.
plus.
It's a pillow for your bum. So, see, I think I would have to choose not pool noodles. Poo noodles.
Okay, keep it G-rated show.
Not poo noodles. Yeah,
Wow.
I won't go where I was going to go. So I would go toothpicks because you can actually walk around. I do not want to drag myself along the ground for the rest of my life. I want to be able to walk around and stab things with my legs. It sounds fantastic. Boy. All right, so you're left on a desert island, and you can only bring 3 objects, not people. Okay? What would you bring? I'll answer first. I would bring the Bible, first of all. It's most important. And then Bear Grylls' Guide to Surviving the Wilderness. Okay? And then a machine gun. With bullets, of course. Okay? So, Bible is obvious. You live on the Word of God. And then Bear Grylls Guide to Survival. I could read about how to survive and hopefully follow the steps 1 through 10. And then the machine gun is like the end all of weapons. So I'm not going to bring a machete. A lion could probably still get me if I'm out on a desert island. But I could get a lion with a machine gun. A machine gun is like, yeah. You're getting around places with a machine gun. So Corey, how about you?
You can chop down trees with a machine gun.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, I didn't go quite so serious with bringing a Bible and stuff, although that's a very good choice. First, I would bring flint, because what's one of the biggest things that you need on a desert island? You need to be able to make fire, but you need something else besides flint. You need a steel knife, and I'm talking about like a steel machete here. That way I can still chop things. And then my third thing is a satellite signal-enabled cell phone with a fully charged battery. That way I can call for help and someone can get me off the island.
The end-all be-all of islands. The satellite phone.
So I went similar to Corey. I mean, first of all, obviously the Bible, if we were going to go that route. But not counting the Bible, I would take a satellite phone. And
Copycat.
was that? Oh, hey, I had that down already. So you copied
Poor
me.
Islands. The islands are so lonely. All they want is people to be there, and you guys are bringing their poison, which
Okay.
is a satellite phone.
And
Oh my
and in the
goodness.
event that the satellite phone does not work, then I want a male and a female pig.
Thinking long term.
And then-
I know where this is going.
I will have a herd of boar to hunt at my leisure.
That is interesting and tasty.
Pork is the best meat. Don't at me. Pork is the best meat.
See, I would have chosen something like chickens. Then you could at least have a variety with eggs.
I love how you said "don't at me," but you don't have any social media to at me at, Casey.
Hey, I grew
Don't
up.
at me. You can't.
I've got the lingo. Can't touch me.
At me at
Got you. Don't at me at.
Instabook. Instabook.com. Actually, I don't know if that's a website. Don't go to instabook.com.
MySpace.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Yeah. Don't at me at MySpace.
Yes. My favorite
boy.
social media.
So I know you guys are going to be excited about this. Guess who showed up back in town? X-Men!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, the X-Men are back in town and want you to be a part of their team because, Corey, did you know you're a mutant?
I've always known. 'Cause I'm a beast.
Oh, we already know the answer now. What is your mutant ability? Corey says he's a beast.
Oh, no, that's not a mutant ability. That's just what I am.
That is a mutant ability.
Oh, so you
It
are
is a
saying I'm a
mutant
mutant. Yeah, thanks.
All right, answer the question, dude. What's your mutant ability?
Okay, I had a hard time trying to decide on this one. So one of my first things that I was thinking of was flying, because that seems like it would be a really practical thing, just flying, and I've always wanted to fly. But if I'm flying, then no one else can really enjoy that with me. So instead, I'd be a super landscaper. Like being able to make plants grow and just plant whatever.
Corey.
Just think, so many uses for it, so many people to enjoy it.
My brain literally blew up. I was like, huh?
You know,
Super landscaper? Was this in the movie? I never remember a super landscaper being an X-Men.
Here he comes! It's Flower Man!
Casey, rebut.
I guess engineers think alike. Because mine was that I could instantly weed my backyard.
Oh my goodness. That's a mutant ability of the X-Men. That's not a super landscaper. Oh my goodness.
Too many house projects live.
Oh my goodness. You guys are crazy. You guys, see, okay, you guys are super practical, but it isn't cool. Telekinesis is cool.
Oh, come on.
That's a cool power.
Haven't you ever weeded your backyard, okay, I can think
Oh,
of
yes.
so many uses for weeding my backyard. I could make $1 million like super easily. I just go door to door. It's like, hey, I can weed your backyard instantly.
My mutant ability is weeding.
and you can watch me do it.
I can just see a circus coming around. Casey, the pro weeder. Watch as he raises weeds from their bed.
Okay, so I've got it. Casey and I can go on the road. I can make the plants grow, and he can make them disappear.
Yes,
Oh, my
I
goodness.
like this.
I can't believe this.
The
answer.
Walker
This is crazy.
Landscaping Service.
My telekinesis is gonna come around and then kick you guys in the behind.
So
this
telekinesis
answer.
is moving things with your mind. Right?
Yes. You think about it, and then
Okay.
it's moved.
So that would be nice.
Yeah, you can basically fly. You move your clothes, and then you fly, and it's.
Oh, you can
Okay.
fly with that too?
Yeah.
I have the
Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty
telekinesis was fantastic.
telekinesis is you can move stuff, right? That's what you're saying? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have the perfect idea, okay? So Corey's mutant ability is he can plant stuff, right? My mutant ability is I can weed stuff. And you can move stuff. So Kevin, you can be
no.
in our landscaping business and you can do all the dirt moving and the
Oh no!
and the and the
How did we devolve
gravel
into
spreading
landscapers in this question?
will be
Now
the
we just
Walker
need a
Mutant
super design.
Landscaping Service.
Not that I hate landscaping, but my goodness, if I'm a mutant, I'm definitely not landscaping.
You are now, Kevin.
All right,
It has to happen.
I'm in the Walker Bros mutant landscaping. All right, here we go. Lions, tigers, and snares. Oh my! So lions, tigers, and snares is we come up with one truth that is so outlandish nobody would ever be able to guess that it's the truth, and then two lies that are equally outlandish but still seem like they could be truths. So today I am going to start, and with mine, here we go. There is such a fear as a fear of ducks watching people, and people literally suffer from it. It's called anatidophobia. Okay? The largest stick of dynamite was created in 1904 and was recorded at over 1,000 pounds and was nearly 10 feet in diameter, and was used to destroy a largely unused mine in Oregon. Okay? And there's a mountain in China called, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Wayishye Chalisa, which literally translates in English, cows give birth on the far side of the moon.
Well, I actually know the answer to this one, so I'm going to let Corey answer first.
So what was the first one again?
There's literally a fear that's
Of
called
ducks-
of
ducks
ducks
staring
watching
at
people. Yes,
Okay.
it's called anatidophobia.
I'm gonna say that one because the dynamite one. I mean, that's right around World War I, so that sounds somewhat realistic. But a largely unused mine sounds fishy to me.
Well,
And then the Chinese one, that sounds like a word that you would have made up.
I said largely unused mine. It's a large unused mine.
Oh, a large unused mine. Okay, that changes the side. I'll still keep it with the ducks. The duck sounds like something you wouldn't make up.
I'm gonna go with
Okay.
it. I'm gonna say the duck is the truth.
It is the truth. You guys are right.
Oh,
Anatophobia.
yeah.
Did you like though? Wow, yish, ye, chalisa is cows give birth on the far side of the moon.
That was pretty. Clever.
I was proud of that one.
Nice. You probably butchered the
all right.
pronunciation, said something horrible in Chinese.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was swearing. in
We
Chinese.
apologize
Probably
to our
does mean that in
Chinese listeners.
who can't understand us anyway.
Well, people are bilingual out there, Kevin. You could.
Inch.
Apologies again to all my Chinese.
I'm offending everyone. Sorry. Go, Casey.
All right, I went a little different tack. I'm going to give you 3 tools, okay? And 2 of them are actual tools, and 1 of them is not, okay? I'll also give you the name of the tool and what it's used for. The first is the dog leg reamer. It is used to smooth the edges of holes in aircraft manufacturing. The second tool is the porcupine brush, which is used to gently score the interior of iron pipes for asphalt coating. And the third one is the stork beak pliers, used to reach into holes to grab fallen screws or other items, primarily in the housing industry.
All right, well, I'm gonna wax eloquent. If it's in the housing industry, I know Corey would have heard of it, or I pretty much would have heard of it. I've never heard of stork beak pliers before. I don't think that's true. I think what's the second one?
Porcupine brush?
Yes, I think that's accurate. What about you, Corey?
So, just to clarify, you said 2 of these were real and 1 was not, right?
Or what? Sorry. Or wait, I said 2 of them was real. Yeah, you're right. I did this backwards.
Oops.
So you're trying to find the false one here. Which one's false? So 2 of them are
Stork beak
true.
pliers
Which one's
are
false?
Stork beak pliers are false. I would have heard about it if it's in the housing industry.
I'm sort of leaning that way too. One thing I have to say, I am impressed with all of these names. I like the animal themes for these 2.
And I'm completely guessing if I'm correct.
I'll go ahead and say the porcupine brush.
Is the false one?
Yeah.
You are correct, Corey. Corey knows
What?
this.
Really? That's impressive. I thought for sure that the stork beak pliers was.
Yeah, that one did sound odd.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that before.
I thought, okay, I gotta for sure have heard about that.
The dogleg reamer sounded vaguely familiar. I'm like, I
Yes.
might have heard of this one before.
Yeah, Corey caught me because asphalt coating of iron pipes is totally a civil engineering thing. So
Corey listened for the keywords.
yes.
All right, so mine have a theme. My theme is dogs. So all of these questions involve dogs. All right, true fact number 1. In 2014, a group of Chihuahuas overran a town in Arizona, forming packs and terrorizing the townspeople. Over 6,000 calls were made to the local animal control as a result. True fact number 2. In October 2018, an English hound became the first dog ever to successfully sing the full Happy Birthday song without missing a single word. The song was addressed to Joe, the owner's cousin.
What?
True fact number 3. In 1917, at the end of World War I, American Special Forces experimented with using beagles for transmitting secret codes. The dogs were trained to make different howl patterns, which would then be deciphered by a trained operator. Just to clarify, this is a person listening, not another dog on the other end. The Special Forces later abandoned the project and used Navajo code talkers instead.
So
right,
the trained listener, is that a parrot for the last one?
No.
The French parrot.
Oui, monsieur. So just to recap. So we've got Chihuahuas overrunning a town, English hounds singing Happy Birthday, and beagles for secret codes.
See, there's no way that you can make up a dog singing Happy Birthday. That's gotta be true.
No,
I don't think you can make that up.
I don't think so. I think that's too outlandish. I'm gonna go with the first one, the Chihuahuas overrunning the town.
Casey, you are correct.
Yes!
It's the Chihuahuas. So those other 2 were just completely made up.
You just made up a dog singing Happy Birthday. I thought that was like so weird that you would make up a dog singing Happy Birthday. I was like, there's no way. I can't imagine a dog actually singing Happy Birthday, but I can't imagine Corey making up a dog singing Happy Birthday.
Oh, victory.
Victory is sweet by the moonlight. Oh boy. All right, so here we go. Moving on to Who We Be. So who we be is we have to act like the person getting into something. So like the very first week that we did it, we had to act like a person getting into a celebrities only party. And you had to play that part and you had to not get bounced. So today, you've just been abducted by aliens, Corey. And they want to cook you for dinner. You've got to convince them not to. Go.
Well, assuming that I can talk to these aliens and that they speak English with their universal
They
translators.
don't speak English. They speak British. They're British.
Why? Hello, guys. You haven't been around long, but on Earth, we have a phrase, tastes like
Speak
chicken.
British, Corey.
And I want to say that I taste like chicken, and that's not what you want. Chickens are bony, they're feathery, and they could kill you, so obviously you do not want to eat me.
Okay. Do you want to play the role of the alien, Casey?
I give. Oh, okay, sure.
All right, talk back to Corey.
Our stomachs are built for eating chicken bones. You
They're
cannot
British
fool
aliens.
us.
These are robot aliens. Arr.
See,
All right, I'll be the
this is
British
this is a danger with throwing me on the spot, Kevin. I can't. My brain doesn't think that fast. You should know this
Why
by
don't you
now.
guys be the-
We always
you guys
get
can
to
be
this
the-
this part of the podcast, and it's like my brain completely turns into mush.
Casey, go. All right, why don't you guys be the guys abducted by aliens?
All right, I'll be the guy abducted by the alien here.
All right, you've got Italian aliens.
Italian. Oh boy! Oh my goodness! Italian. I don't even know how to do an Italian accent. Now my brain's.
Mamma mia!
There we go. Mamma mia! Hey, my brain, easy day. It's not tasty. Me aliens. So, my body, it tastes like French duck. I am Italian. You want Italian sausage? I taste like French duck when it is cooked in sauce. But you want the Italian pizza? I am not your man. Fred is your man. He tastes like like Italian pizza with sausage and pepperoni, and it's so tasty. I am but a French duck. Do not eat me.
That was
All right,
that was
Casey.
maybe the worst Italian accent I've heard in my life.
Thank
So,
you.
Casey,
welcome.
you've got the French aliens that should have switched with Kevin, so that they could eat.
Oh,
Kevin.
I have French.
Yep, you've got
Okay.
French
Well,
aliens.
hold my beer. My accent's about to be worse than Kevin's Italian accent. Oui, oui. Wikipedia is notorious unreliable. Humans are actually toxic. That's why we have the hair on our heads. It pops up. It is a warning sign that we are dangerous to eat. And my French accent is absolutely terrible.
Yep, you were
It's
eating.
horrible.
just
They
so
didn't
they could shut your
understand
mouth
it.
for that French accent. we must eat him, monsieur. He cannot speak French with the aliens. We must silence him. Cook him.
Is he trying to insult us with his French accent?
He's doing excellent job.
He's the fire ready. We need to cook him.
Oh boy! All right, so moving on. So, Casey, do you? Well, you know, what? I'm not gonna make you go first, Casey.
Hey, you know what? I actually prepared this week, so a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. I
Alright.
didn't prepare for a French accent. You threw that one on me. That one threw me off.
All right, so you're the newly minted board member of the Secretly Sober Society. Go.
All right. The next big thing. All right, hear me out, everybody. Ready? You want to think. You want people to think that you're an alcoholic, but you don't actually want to be an alcoholic. So, next big thing. Root beer bottled in actual beer bottles. It'll be huge for our society. Unbelievably huge. It'll be maybe the biggest thing that has ever happened to our society.
I like the building.
Well, sir. Okay, root beer, you got it. What else?
Okay. Next thing, you know, those glasses that make everything look like they're upside down? That will help you help you act like you're drunk even when you're not.
Oh, there you go. I like it, sir. Excellent. Excellent idea. Anything else?
That's it. I'll pass it on to the next board member.
All right, Mr. Corey Walker, you're a new board member too.
Well, I just want to make a quick little speech. Friends, fellow board members, it's a great pleasure that I come before you today as the new inductee of the Secretly Sober Society. I'm actually surprised that you found out I was sober, since I've been trying to keep it a secret for years. I've been using orange-tinted water bottles to make people think that I've been having whiskey. And I've been storing my water in vodka bottles. But I have to say, it is a great honor and privilege to be here today. So I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. All right, and I will be the newly minted board member. Thank you all for having me today, but you all know, as the Secretly Sober Society, we all have to act slightly drunk and inebriated, so I am going to act slightly drunk and inebriated for this entire conversation just to make sure that we're practicing and walking the walk. So I remembered that today I grabbed 5 empty beer bottles from the recycling bin of my neighbor's house. And he loves me because he thinks I'm a stoner. And I'm not. There you go.
I think you're Eeyore.
I was gonna say, I like how whenever we do the Who We Be, Kevin has this voice that he does.
It's my voice that I know how to do.
I think it's been well established that we are all horrible at impressions.
Yep, that's the joy of this. All right, here we go. Moving on to the friendly nonsense breakdown. All right, how this goes, just as a reminder for everybody, we're each given a topic to discuss. So it's either going to be the best or the worst of that item or object or whatever it is. And we have to determine what the best or worst thing is, and then say a opening statement, then do a rebuttal against the other two, and then we have a final closing statement that we get to give as well. So today is the best career that you don't have right now that would be the fantasticest career that you would ever have. So I'm going to start. The best career of all time, and you guys would be lying if you said no, is the CEO of Disney World. Okay, that is the best job you can ever have. Your whole job is to make people happy. That's number one. Number two, family get-togethers are awesome because you're Disney World. And three, your kids and grandkids are going to think you are the best dad and grandpa of all time. That is literally, like, put aside anything else, being the CEO of Disney World has got to be the most fantastic job of all time. And I'll save even more for later. Corey, go.
All right. Well, that's okay, Kev. The best career, though, totally different than engineering, is to be a billionaire investor. Because you have way more money than you know what to do with. All you have to do is make a few investments each year, and you're still completely set. You have enough money to do whatever you want. You can go water skiing. You can go to Disney World every day if you want. I mean, billionaire investing is top notch. Top notch.
Okay, Casey.
All right. The best career, totally different than engineering, is a professional food taster. So imagine that your only job is to go to these great restaurants and taste their best food that they're specifically making for you, and they're trying to make it the best they can because they want to look good to the press, and you get to taste all this amazing food.
That sounds tasty. Rebut, Casey.
All right. So, first of all, Billionaire investor, Corey. That's kind of boring. What are you gonna do with all that? That's too much money for any one person. You don't get to you have to look at all these investments, and the job itself is boring. The benefits might be nice, but the job itself is really mundane. And I'd say the same thing about being the CEO of Disney World, because I think the CEO of Disney World doesn't work at Disney World for one, and doesn't get to ride all the rides all the time.
CEO does.
And I think the CEO
So there.
I think the CEO generally tries to make his stockholders happy, not necessarily his customers. You could be a good CEO and think about the people at Disney World, but generally, I would think that you would be away from Disney World and not necessarily as instrumental in making it happy for your customers.
I will save my fantastic rebuttal till after Corey
All right,
makes his rebuttal.
do your worst.
Well, all I have to say is, Kev, yours just sounds like a stressful job. Being the CEO of a huge corporation, and I agree with Casey, that would be very, very stressful. Casey, food tasting is okay, but that would get old after a while. I mean, going around just tasting food, oh, you missed a little bit of salt and pepper here, and I don't like that. Billionaire investing, you can do whatever you want. So, if I was a billionaire, I could pursue all my hobbies, like ballet dancing, opera singing.
I'm glad you introduced everybody to opera singing.
Don't go into opera, Corey.
Just wait till you see my ballet dancing.
Actually, I would be interested in seeing you ballet dance just to see what happens.
Oh my. All right, here's my rebuttal. Corey, mo money, mo problems. You as a billionaire, you realize that you've literally achieved everything that you could ever want to achieve as far as money-wise goes, but you're so unhappy. Billionaires are always unhappy. The tagline of Disneyland and Disney World is the happiest place on earth. That is why I want to be the CEO of Disney World, because it is the happiest place on earth. Casey, have you ever gotten food poisoning?
No.
Well, you would, and it ain't no fun. You would get your food taste testing. As soon as you grab a raw shrimp and you're down on the floor throwing up, you're going to throw in the towel for that career. That's it. My rebuttal. Now, closing statement. Do you want to be the best dad and grandpa and person of all time? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, Corey? Do you want to be Casey, yes or no? Do you want to be the be the CEO of Disney World? You literally will get the best. You'll give the best gifts of all time. Tickets to Disney World every year. Thanks, Grandpa. This is amazing. Your kids are gonna love you. They're gonna bring their kids over. It's gonna be fantastic. The CEO of Disney World makes people happy. Corey.
I think billionaire investing is the best, Kevin. More money, more problems. Nice thing about being a billionaire is if you have too much, you just give it away. So if being a billionaire is too much, you become a millionaire investor. And that solves all your problems. Less money, less problems. Boom!
Casey?
All right, professional food tester. Kevin, I've been out and about eating out at restaurants so many times, and never once have I gotten food poisoning. I don't think it would change for a professional food tester, especially if it's fancy restaurants like I would be testing food for. And also, Corey, really, you think the food would get old? Does food get old? Food doesn't get old. And great food would never get old. It would be amazing to be a food taster. That's it.
So, just for clarification for all of our fans out there, are you having to pay for all this food?
No, I'm a
Because people are paying him.
I think you need a billionaire investor to help this career go forward.
I'm a food taster, so I taste the food and write the reviews for the restaurants. So I guess a food critic would be a better word for it. Food critic.
Corey's argument is that he could buy our jobs, Casey.
I
He's
already have.
So that is it for the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. Week 3, we are so excited that you joined us. Again, any comments, questions, anything, send us an email, friendlynonsensebeatdown@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to talk to you. Corey, what are you going to learn this week?
Ooh, that's a good question. I am going to learn the value of reading a book.
Okay.
I like ending with a serious note there.
Oh, yeah. Casey, what about you?
I'm going to work on my weeding technique.
Yeah, your mutant power that's just starting
Yeah,
to
if I
bloom.
can't have mutant powers, I'll have superhuman powers of weeding that have been developed from years of practice.
You can practice at my house.
And I'm absolutely going to work on my jump shot this week. So that is it, guys. We will see you next week, and have a great one.